Hi, second graders. This is Mrs. Corner. We're going to have an art lesson today. It's optional, which means you can do it if you want to. I think it's really fun, and it's all about texture. Texture is if a surface is really smooth, or if it's really rough, or it has different kinds of bumps in it, that's texture. And we're going to explore that today in your house or in your classroom with me. I found a couple of things. All you're going to need today is a blank piece of paper, or spiral paper is fine. And you need a couple things with some texture on it. I found this, it's just got some bumps on it. I found a basket that I think is gonna work great. Oh, this one would be good too. Anyway, so those are three that we might use. Might like a piece of colored paper, and home learners, I've got colored paper I can send for you too if you want it. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our paper, and then we need a crayon, and it can be one of your brand new crayons for sure. We're gonna learn there's two ways to use it. You can use the tip, or you can use this side. And we're gonna use the side of it to try to go over this. Here, I'll show you with this first. We're gonna make a little blob of color using not the tip, but the side of the crayon. And as I press, I can see the texture come through, okay? So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my crayon and I'm gonna push harder and use the tip of my crayon, and I'm gonna make an outline a little blob there. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna go around and make kind of a silly shape see how that line went out, but I wanna have it all the texture on the inside. Now I'm gonna go over it again so it's a little darker. So we're gonna kind of go back and forth, darken it up. Two ways to use a crayon. The tip can be darker and the side can be lighter. Now I'm gonna take my scissors and cut that blob out. Oops. Around the perimeter. Perimeter is the outside of the shape. So I'm gonna cut right along so you can still see that dark side. I don't wanna cut and lose that. I'm gonna cut right on the outside of my dark line. Now I'm gonna keep this little blob shape for my first texture. So I'll just put it right up here. Now, I can still use a lot of this paper, and I'm gonna, because I don't want to waste. So I'm gonna find this thing. It's what I keep my clipboards in, and I'm gonna see if that works. I might like a different color. I have some crayons that have been peeled, but you can just use the sides. Oh my gosh, that one is so cool. I love it. I'm gonna go both ways. See how it made it a little darker? So now, of course, my next thing is to color the perimeter nice and hard. Make it a blob. It doesn't have to be an actual perfect shape, but you want to see the difference of the texture to the hard line. And I did that one more with the tip of my crayon. I'm going to cut it out. And I'm going to make a collage. Let me tell you about collages while I'm cutting. A collage is when things overlap. Sometimes people make collages of pictures, and they just overlap a little. You'll be doing that on your Chromebook in Google Slides, making collages of pictures. But today you're making a collage of blobs, of textures. So, we're gonna look at this one. I have a couple on here already. And I'm gonna take my glue stick, and I wanna glue around the perimeter. This pink one I did first. And then I added this one on top, but it overlapped. That created a collage. Now I'm gonna take my glue stick and go on the perimeter. Second graders don't fill the whole thing in with glue. We go around the perimeter of the shape, and if it's small, that's all we need. But if it's a really big shape, you might put an X in the middle. Now, I don't wanna stick that one out here because it's not overlapping. I want it to overlap for my collage. So here I go, and I'm gonna push it down gently. And with it on all the perimeter, it's gonna stay very nice. Again, gluing around the perimeter, the outside edge of the shape. I'm just doing it on my hand super quick. This is a little shape, so I don't even need that X in the middle, okay? So I'm gonna put it right here. And that is my texture collage. Beautifully done and ready for my name at the bottom. And I'm going to use the hard tip of my crayon, a dark one, and I'm gonna put my name down here, Mrs. C, and it's ready to turn in. Have a great day.